Thursday, 29th of December 2016. This is Sylvia Shivamurthy and you're listening to the newspaper reviews on www.athavan.com. Let's now look at the paper highlights from today's newspapers. The top highlight in Daily News says, Radical economic changes in the offing. The government will take radical measures to boost the economy next year, Finance State Minister Lakshman Yapa Abhivardhana said. He also hinted at several changes taking place in the political sphere. The state minister added that the government will take several radical measures to strengthen the country's economy. A program for an economic transformation is scheduled to be implemented towards this. The state minister was addressing the media at the finance minister yesterday. Another highlight says, HLC reports compulsory for all future state hospital admissions. The health ministry will take it compulsory for all patients seeking medical treatment at state hospitals to produce their medical reports issued by the Healthy Life Centers, Health Minister Dr. Rajitha Senaratne said. There's another highlight which says, Day of Mourning cancelled. The day of mourning declared by the Home Affairs Ministry on December 30th in view of the death of former Prime Minister Ratnasiri Wickramanayake has been cancelled on request. The highlight in the middle says, President did not instruct SLF peers to vote against development bill, says Bandara. President Maithripala Sirisena had not instructed the members of the SLFP at the Provincial Council to defeat the Development Special Provisions Draft Bill, Sri Lanka Freedom Party Youth Front President Shanta Bandara said. And the highlight at the bottom says, Non-inclusion of Development Bill for debate. CPC opposition group walks out. The opposition group in the Central Provincial Council, including the UNP members, walked out of the chamber yesterday, protesting against the non-inclusion of the Development Bill for debate at the CPC sessions. They walked out during the special session called by the CPC on the project of the Development Bill. Let's now move to the paper highlights in Daily Mirror. The top highlight says, Development Bill should have been discussed with CMs, says Yapa. State Minister of Finance Lakshman Yapa Abhivardhana yesterday blamed the UNP for not discussing the development bill with the 9 chief ministers and said the bill would be redrafted and sent to the provincial councils before tabling it in parliament. Another highlight says, IGP gives emotional speech. Making a very emotional speech, the Inspector General of Police Pujita Jayasundara called on all policemen to try and win the hearts of the people at all costs, though they were being severely criticized by the latter. The highlight in the middle says, Prabhakaran could have been PM if he were alive, says Minister. If LTTE leader Prabhakaran had been living today, he could have become the Prime Minister of the country, said the State Minister of Child Affairs Vijayakala Maheshwaran. And the highlight at the bottom says, Ganeshan accuses Dilan SB of batting for the joint opposition. Tamil Progressive Alliance leader and minister Manu Ganeshan yesterday accused some government members of helping the joint opposition, which is trying to sabotage the activities of the government. And now let's move to the paper highlights in Ceylon today. The top highlight says, Muragaha Kanda project suspended. 1,200 workers sent home. The Muragaha Kanda Kalukanda Mahaveli project subcontractor China Power Corporation Limited has temporarily suspended with effect from yesterday 1,200 Sri Lankan and Chinese workers who were employed on the Kaluganga project. This includes 600 Sri Lankans and more than 600 Chinese nationals who have been intermittently laid off work. The highlight in the middle says, WPC to debate today. The Central and Northwestern Provincial Councils also rejected the Development Special Provisions Draft Bill yesterday. When the bill was taken up at the Central Provincial Council, after Governor Niluka Ekanayaka convened a special meeting, it was rejected by a majority of 32 votes. And the highlight at the bottom says, Parliament bids farewell to Ratnasiri. Ministerial colleagues, old and new MPs from both sides of the political divide gathered round his bier in Parliament to bid farewell to the former Prime Minister Ratnasiri Wickramanayake as his remains lay in state in the House yesterday. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers and we'll get back to you with more news tomorrow. Thank you.